Question 1. A project manager is defining the project and identifying major deliverables and assumptions. Which project management process is the project manager performing? A. Develop project management plan. B. Direct and manage project work. C. Develop project charter. D. Identify stakeholders. Answer: C. Develop project charter. Developing the project charter is the initial process in project management that formally authorizes the project's existence and provides the project manager with the authority to apply organizational resources to project activities. Key elements defined in the charter include the project's purpose, high-level objectives, overall scope, major deliverables, and assumptions, all of which are crucial for formal project initiation. This document is like the birth certificate of a project, confirming its official start and giving the project manager the necessary authority to proceed. Always remember that a project isn't truly on until its charter is signed and approved. Question 2. In an Agile environment, what is the primary purpose of the daily Scrum meeting? A. To report progress to the Scrum Master and Product Owner. B. To discuss what was done yesterday, what will be done today, and any impediments. C. To demonstrate the increment to stakeholders and gather feedback. D. To refine the product backlog and estimate future work. Answer: B. To discuss what was done yesterday, what will be done today, and any impediments. The Daily Scrum is a 15-minute time-boxed event for the development team to synchronize activities and create a plan for the next 24 hours. Its primary purpose is for team members to inspect progress toward the sprint goal, adapt the sprint backlog as necessary, and highlight any impediments that might block their work. This self-organizing meeting is crucial for transparency and quick problem-solving within the team, helping them stay on track towards the sprint goal. Think of it as a quick huddle to ensure everyone is aligned and roadblocks are identified promptly. Question 3. During the execution of a project, a critical stakeholder raises a new requirement that was not part of the approved scope. What should the project manager do first? A. Implement the change immediately to satisfy the stakeholder. B. Reject the requirement as it is outside the approved scope. C. Document the requirement and initiate the change control process. D. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor for a decision. Answer: C. Document the requirement and initiate the change control process. Any new requirement or requested modification to the approved scope, schedule, or cost baseline must be formally documented and processed through the integrated change control system. This ensures that all changes are reviewed, approved, or rejected, and managed systematically to prevent scope creep and maintain project control. The change control process is vital because it ensures that all impacts of a potential change are understood before it's implemented, protecting the project's integrity. Always remember that even critical requests need proper vetting. Bypassing the change control process can destabilize the entire project. Question 4. A program manager is overseeing a group of related projects that are managed in a coordinated way to obtain benefits not available from managing them individually. What is the key focus of program management that distinguishes it from project management? A. Delivering a single, specific product or service. B. Achieving strategic objectives and benefits realization. C. Managing individual project risks and schedules. D. Executing repetitive operational tasks efficiently. Answer: B. Achieving strategic objectives and benefits realization. Program management focuses on achieving strategic objectives and realizing benefits that wouldn't be possible if the projects were managed in isolation. While projects deliver specific outputs, programs ensure these outputs combine to create greater value and align with organizational strategy. The core distinction lies in the benefits realization, ensuring that the collective outcomes of the related projects translate into tangible strategic advantages for the organization. For a program manager, it's not just about delivering projects, but about delivering the overall value proposition that justifies the program's existence. Question 5. Which of the following best describes the role of a product owner in a Scrum team? A. To lead the daily Scrum and remove impediments for the development team. B. To design the architecture and develop the product features. C. To maximize the value of the product resulting from the work of the development team. D. To facilitate all Scrum events and coach the team on Scrum practices. Answer: C. To maximize the value of the product resulting from the work of the development team. The product owner is responsible for maximizing the value of the product and the work of the development team, primarily by managing and prioritizing the product backlog. This role involves understanding stakeholder needs, defining product vision, and ensuring the team builds the right product. They serve as the voice of the customer and business, making critical decisions about what features to build next to deliver the most value. Think of the product owner as the captain of the product, steering it toward success by ensuring the most important items are always at the top of the backlog. Question 6. What is the primary purpose of identifying risks in a project? A. To assign blame when issues arise. B. To develop a comprehensive list of all possible problems. C. To understand potential threats and opportunities that could impact project objectives. D. To inform stakeholders about why the project might fail. Answer: C. To understand potential threats and opportunities that could impact project objectives. Risk identification is the process of determining which risks might affect the project and documenting their characteristics. Its primary purpose is not just to list problems, but to proactively identify both potential negative impacts, threats, and potential positive impacts, opportunities, that could influence project objectives. By understanding these, the project team can develop appropriate strategies to enhance opportunities and mitigate threats, thereby increasing the likelihood of project success. Remember, risk management is about foresight, not hindsight, helping you navigate uncertainties more effectively. Question 7. A project team is experiencing significant disagreements and conflicts over technical approaches and individual responsibilities. According to Tuckman's stages of team development, which stage are they most likely in? A. Forming. B. Storming. C. Norming. D. Performing. Answer: B. Storming. Tuckman's storming stage is characterized by conflict and competition as team members begin to assert their individuality and resist group influence. Disagreements over technical approaches, responsibilities, or power dynamics are common during this phase. This is a natural part of team development where roles and norms are being established, often through a period of friction, before the team can move towards more collaborative work. It's a critical phase for the team to work through these issues to build trust and eventually achieve cohesion. Question 8. In the context of PMBOK 7th edition, which performance domain focuses on establishing and maintaining relationships with individuals, groups, or organizations that could impact or be impacted by the project? A. Planning performance domain. B. Delivery performance domain. C. Measurement performance domain. D. Stakeholder performance domain. Answer: D. Stakeholder performance domain. The stakeholder performance domain addresses activities and functions associated with establishing and maintaining relationships with stakeholders. Its objective is to ensure that the project effectively engages all relevant parties, understands their interests and needs, and incorporates their feedback to facilitate project success. Engaging stakeholders effectively is crucial because their support or opposition can significantly influence a project's outcome. Always remember that people are at the heart of projects, and managing these relationships is as important as managing tasks. Question 9. What is the primary artifact used by the product owner to communicate what needs to be built to the development team in Scrum? A. Sprint backlog. B. Product backlog. C. Burn down chart. D. Increment. Answer: B. Product backlog. The product backlog is an ordered list of everything that might be needed in the product, and it is the single source of requirements for any changes to be made to the product. It is owned by the product owner, who is responsible for its content, availability, and ordering to maximize the value of the work the development team performs. This artifact serves as a living roadmap, constantly refined and reprioritized to reflect the most current understanding of what the product should become. Keeping the product backlog clear and concise helps the development team focus on delivering the most important features. Question 10. A project manager is reviewing cost performance and notes that the earned value, EV, is $150,000, the planned value, PV, is $170,000, and the actual cost, AC, is $160,000. What does this indicate about the project's performance? A. The project is ahead of schedule and under budget. B. The project is behind schedule and over budget. C. The project is behind schedule and under budget. D. The project is ahead of schedule and over budget. Answer: B. The project is behind schedule and over budget. Earned Value Management, EVM, metrics help assess project performance. The schedule variance, SV, is calculated as earned value, EV, minus planned value, PV, a negative SV, $150,000. 170,000 equals minus 170,000 equals minus 20,000 indicates the project is behind schedule. The cost variance, CV, is calculated as earned value, EV, minus actual cost, AC, a negative CV, $150,000. 160,000 equals minus 160,000 equals minus 10,000 indicates the project is over budget. Understanding these variances is crucial for monitoring project progress and making timely corrective actions. Think of it as a financial health check for your project, revealing where you stand against your plans. Question 11. What is the primary purpose of a sprint retrospective in Scrum? A. To inspect the increment and adapt the product backlog. B. To plan the work to be performed in the upcoming sprint. C. To discuss and identify ways to increase quality and effectiveness. D. To review the team's progress with stakeholders. Answer: C. To discuss and identify ways to increase quality and effectiveness. The sprint retrospective is a crucial Scrum event held at the end of each sprint for the Scrum team to inspect itself and create a plan for improvements to be enacted during the next sprint. Its purpose is continuous improvement, focusing on processes, tools, relationships, and definition of done. This event is a dedicated opportunity for the team to reflect on what went well, what could be improved, and how to make the next sprint more effective. Always prioritize this time for improvement. Skipping it misses a vital opportunity for growth. Question 12. A project manager is creating a document that describes how the project's requirements will be analyzed, documented, and managed. What is this document called? A. Scope Statement. B. Requirements Traceability Matrix. C. Requirements Management Plan. D. Work Breakdown Structure. Answer: C. Requirements Management Plan. The Requirements Management Plan describes how project requirements will be defined, validated, and managed throughout the project lifecycle. It outlines the processes for planning, tracking, and reporting requirements activities, including how changes to requirements will be handled. This plan is essential for maintaining control over requirements, preventing scope creep, and ensuring that the final product meets the intended needs. It provides the ground rules for how the team will handle all things related to requirements, ensuring consistency and clarity. Question 13. Which concept emphasizes continuous delivery of value, iterative development, and collaboration with customers? A. Waterfall model. B. Critical path method. C. Agile principles. D. Earned value management. Answer: C. Agile principles. Agile principles, as outlined in the Agile Manifesto, prioritize customer collaboration, responding to change over following a plan, working software over comprehensive documentation, and individuals and interactions over processes and tools. This approach emphasizes iterative and incremental development, frequent delivery of valuable increments, and continuous feedback to adapt and deliver the most relevant product. It's all about flexibility and quickly delivering tangible results, helping projects adapt to evolving needs rather than sticking rigidly to an initial plan. Question 14. What is the primary role of the Scrum Master in a Scrum team? A. To manage the development team and assign tasks. B. To represent the stakeholders and prioritize the product backlog. C. To facilitate Scrum events and remove impediments for the team. D. To develop the product features and ensure quality. Answer: C. To facilitate Scrum events and remove impediments for the team. The Scrum Master serves the Scrum team, product owner, and organization by coaching them in Scrum principles and practices. Their primary role includes facilitating Scrum events, helping the team self-organize, and removing impediments that hinder the team's progress. The Scrum Master acts as a servant leader, fostering an environment where the team can be most effective, rather than directing their work. Think of them as a coach who helps the team stay focused and overcome obstacles, ensuring the Scrum process is followed correctly. Question 15. A project manager is about to start the executing process group. What is the main output of the planning process group that serves as the key input for executing the work? A. Project charter. B. Final product, service, or result transition. C. Project management plan. D. Work performance reports. Answer: C. Project management plan. The project management plan is the comprehensive document that integrates all subsidiary plans and baselines, detailing how the project will be executed, monitored, controlled, and closed. It is the core output of the planning process group and acts as the guiding document for all subsequent project activities, especially during execution. This plan is your project's blueprint, outlining everything from scope to schedule to risk responses, ensuring a coordinated and controlled approach to delivering the project. Question 16. What is the purpose of a requirements traceability matrix, RTM, in project management and business analysis? A. To list all project stakeholders and their communication needs. B. To document the project schedule and critical path. C. To link requirements to their origin, tests, and design elements, ensuring all requirements are met. D. To track the budget and expenditures for each requirement. Answer: C. To link requirements to their origin, tests, and design elements, ensuring all requirements are met. A requirements traceability matrix, RTM, is a grid that links requirements to various other artifacts, such as business objectives, design components, test cases, and their source. Its purpose is to ensure that all approved requirements are delivered by the project and to manage changes by understanding the impact of a requirement modification. This matrix helps maintain clear visibility into the entire requirements lifecycle, ensuring no requirement is missed and allowing for thorough impact analysis of changes. It's like a detailed map, showing where each requirement comes from and where it needs to go. Question 17. Which of the following is a key characteristic of a project, distinguishing it from ongoing operations? A. It has a continuous and repetitive nature. B. It creates a unique product, service, or result. C. It is performed by the same functional team indefinitely. D. It focuses on maintaining the status quo. Answer: B. It creates a unique product, service, or result. A project is defined as a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. The keywords here are temporary and unique. Unlike ongoing operations that are continuous and produce repetitive outputs, projects have a definite beginning and end, and they aim to deliver something new or distinct. This uniqueness and temporariness are fundamental to understanding what constitutes a project. Remember, if it's not unique and temporary, it's likely an operation, not a project. Question 18. During risk identification, a team determines that a new government regulation could significantly impact the project's timeline and cost. This is an example of what type of risk? A. Technical risk. B. External risk. C. Internal risk. D. Operational risk. Answer: B. External risk. External risks originate from outside the project and beyond the direct control of the project team, often stemming from the broader business, political, or environmental context. New government regulations are a classic example of an external risk because they are imposed by outside entities and must be complied with, potentially altering project parameters. Identifying these outside influences early helps the team prepare better response strategies. Always look beyond the project's immediate boundaries for potential risks. Question 19. What is the primary focus of the Development Approach and Life Cycle Performance domain in PMBOK's 7th edition? A. Defining and managing the budget and financial resources for the project. B. Establishing the project team and defining their roles and responsibilities. C. Selecting the optimal development approach, such as predictive, agile, or hybrid, for the project and its phases. D. Measuring project performance against established baselines. Answer: C. Selecting the optimal development approach, such as predictive, agile, or hybrid, for the project and its phases. The development approach and life cycle performance domain focuses on determining the most appropriate project delivery approach and managing the project's life cycle. This involves choosing between predictive, waterfall, agile, or hybrid approaches based on the project's characteristics, stakeholder needs, and organizational context. The correct choice of life cycle is critical as it dictates how work will be performed, managed, and delivered throughout the project. It's about tailoring the project's journey to best suit its destination and the environment it will navigate. Question 20. In an agile context, what is a user story? A. A detailed technical specification document for a system feature. B. A narrative description of a feature from an end-user perspective. C. A formal contract outlining project requirements and acceptance criteria. D. A list of project tasks assigned to individual team members. Answer: B. A narrative description of a feature from an end-user perspective. A user story is a short, simple description of a feature told from the perspective of the person who desires the new capability, usually in the format as a type of user, I want, some goal, so that, some reason/benefit. Its purpose is to shift the focus from writing about requirements to talking about them, facilitating understanding and collaboration. This approach helps the team understand the value and context of the features they are building for the end user. Think of user stories as placeholders for conversations, designed to be easily understood and estimated by the team. Question 21. Which document provides the detailed justification for a project, including business needs, strategic alignment, and financial analysis? A. Project Charter. B. Project Management Plan. C. Business Case. D. Stakeholder Register. Answer: C. Business Case. The business case is a foundational document that justifies the initiation of a project or program. It outlines the business need, the problem or opportunity, the strategic alignment, and the financial analysis, such as ROI or NPV, that supports the investment. This document is typically created before the project charter and is essential for securing approval and funding. It's the why behind the project, convincing stakeholders of its value before any significant work begins. Question 22. A project manager discovers that a project resource critical to their project is also heavily utilized by another ongoing project in the organization, leading to potential delays. This is an example of what? A. A scope creep issue. B. A resource conflict. C. A communication breakdown. D. An ethical dilemma. Answer: B. A resource conflict. A resource conflict occurs when resources, whether human, equipment, or material, are needed by multiple projects or tasks simultaneously, leading to competition and potential scheduling issues. In this scenario, the critical resource being shared across projects creates a conflict that could impact project timelines. Resolving such conflicts often requires negotiation with other project managers or functional managers, or escalating to a portfolio or program manager. Effective resource management aims to optimize the use of shared resources to avoid these bottlenecks. Question 23. What is the main purpose of the sprint review in Scrum? A. To inspect the sprint backlog and adapt the product backlog. B. To discuss what went well and what could be improved in the sprint. C. To formally present the increment to stakeholders and gather feedback. D. To plan the work for the next sprint. Answer: C. To formally present the increment to stakeholders and gather feedback. The sprint review is held at the end of the sprint to inspect the increment and adapt the product backlog if needed. During this informal meeting, the Scrum team presents the results of their work to key stakeholders and discusses what was done, what has changed, and what will be done next. This event is crucial for transparency, fostering collaboration, and gathering valuable feedback that helps guide future development. It's your opportunity to show off the completed work and ensure it meets stakeholder expectations. Question 24. A project manager is managing a project where the client is unsure about the final requirements and expects changes throughout the development lifecycle. Which project lifecycle approach would be most suitable? A. Predictive, waterfall. B. Adaptive, agile. C. Incremental. D. Hybrid. Answer: B. Adaptive, agile. An adaptive or agile life cycle is best suited for projects with high levels of uncertainty, evolving requirements, and a need for rapid feedback. This approach thrives on change, using iterative and incremental delivery to produce value frequently and allow for continuous adjustment based on customer feedback. Unlike a predictive approach that requires stable requirements up front, Agile allows for flexibility and responsiveness. When requirements are fluid, an Agile approach lets you deliver value incrementally and adjust as you learn more. Question 25. Which of the following is an example of a servant leader characteristic, often associated with the Scrum Master role? A. Directing the team on how to complete tasks. B. Shielding the team from external interruptions and removing impediments. C. Controlling the project schedule and budget strictly. D. Making all major decisions for the team and stakeholders. Answer: B. Shielding the team from external interruptions and removing impediments. A servant leader focuses on the growth and well-being of their team members. For a Scrum Master, this means prioritizing the team's needs, helping them overcome obstacles, impediments, and protecting them from distractions so they can focus on their work. Rather than commanding or controlling, a servant leader facilitates, coaches, and supports the team, empowering them to self-organize and achieve their goals. It's about leading by serving, enabling the team to perform at its best. Question 26. What is the primary purpose of identifying project stakeholders? A. To assign blame for project failures. B. To determine who will receive project communications. C. To understand who might be affected by the project or can influence it. D. To secure funding for the project. Answer: C. To understand who might be affected by the project or can influence it. Identifying stakeholders is the process of identifying all individuals or organizations who are affected by the project or can influence its outcome, both positively and negatively. The primary purpose is to understand their interests, expectations, and potential impact on the project, which is crucial for effective stakeholder engagement and management. Knowing who your stakeholders are and what motivates them helps you build strong relationships and ensure project support. Remember, neglecting key stakeholders can derail even the best planned projects. Question 27. The project manager is nearing project completion and is performing activities such as gaining formal acceptance of the final product, service, or result. Which process group is the project manager currently working in? A. Planning. B. Executing. C. Monitoring and controlling. D. Closing. Answer: D. Closing. The closing process group involves all activities necessary to formally close out a project or phase, including obtaining final acceptance of the deliverables from the customer or sponsor. Other activities include archiving project documents, releasing team resources, and conducting lessons learned. This process group ensures that all contractual obligations are met and the project is formally terminated. It's like putting a bow on the entire project, ensuring all loose ends are tied up and the project is officially finished. Question 28. In the context of the PMBOK 7th edition, which performance domain is concerned with the activities and functions associated with generating project deliverables that meet the scope and quality requirements? A. Project work performance domain. B. Planning performance domain. C. Delivery performance domain. D. Measurement performance domain. Answer: C. Delivery performance domain. The delivery performance domain focuses on meeting the project requirements and fulfilling the scope to produce the expected deliverables. This domain emphasizes delivering value to stakeholders and ensuring that the outputs align with the project objectives and quality standards. It's about getting the actual work done and ensuring what is delivered is exactly what was intended and needed. This domain bridges the gap between planning and the tangible outcomes of the project. Question 29. A business analyst is conducting a brainstorming session with stakeholders to gather new ideas and uncover unstated requirements. Which type of requirements elicitation technique is being used? A. Observation. B. Prototyping. C. Facilitated workshop. D. Document analysis. Answer: C. Facilitated workshop. A facilitated workshop, such as a brainstorming session, is an elicitation technique where a skilled facilitator brings together key stakeholders from different areas to collaboratively define, refine, or uncover requirements. Brainstorming within a workshop setting encourages creative thinking and helps to generate a broad range of ideas and unstated needs efficiently. This collaborative environment is excellent for quickly surfacing diverse perspectives and achieving consensus among groups. Question 30. What is the primary purpose of creating a work breakdown structure, WBS? A. To identify all project risks. B. To define and organize the total scope of the project. C. To assign resources to project tasks. D. To develop the project schedule. Answer: B. To define and organize the total scope of the project. The work breakdown structure, WBS, is a hierarchical decomposition of the total scope of work to be carried out by the project team to accomplish project objectives and create the required deliverables. Its primary purpose is to organize and define the entire project scope into manageable, smaller components, providing a structured view of all the work to be performed. This decomposition is crucial for planning, estimating, and managing the project scope effectively, making sure no piece of work is forgotten. Question 31. A project manager is preparing for the project kickoff meeting. Which of the following is a crucial input that should be reviewed and discussed during this meeting? A. Final project closure report. B. Project charter. C. Lessons learned register from a previous project. D. Performance measurement baselines. Answer: B. Project charter. The project charter is a crucial input for the project kickoff meeting because it formally authorizes the project, provides the project manager with authority, and outlines the high-level project objectives, scope, and key stakeholders. Discussing the charter at the kickoff ensures that everyone starts with a common understanding of the project's purpose and initial direction. This shared understanding is vital for aligning the team and stakeholders from the very beginning. Question 32. What is the primary goal of continuous integration, CI, in an Agile software development project? A. To release new features to production daily. B. To merge code changes frequently and automatically test them, identifying integration issues early. C. To generate comprehensive documentation for every code change. D. To perform manual testing after every major release. Answer: B. To merge code changes frequently and automatically test them, identifying integration issues early. Continuous integration, CI, is a development practice where developers frequently merge their code changes into a central repository, after which automated builds and tests are run. The primary goal is to detect integration errors as quickly as possible, reducing the time and effort required to fix them. By integrating often, teams can maintain a healthy code base and avoid the integration hell that can arise from merging large, disparate codebases late in the project. It's about catching problems early, rather than letting them fester. Question 33. Which Agile framework emphasizes visualization of workflow, limiting work in progress, and continuous improvement through feedback loops? A. Scrum. B. Extreme Programming, XP. C. Kanban. D. Feature-Driven Development, FDD. Answer: C. Kanban. Kanban is an Agile framework that focuses on visualizing work, limiting work in progress, WIP, and maximizing efficiency. Key principles include using a Kanban board to illustrate workflow, explicitly defining policies for work movement, and continuously improving the process through metrics and feedback loops. Unlike Scrum's time-boxed sprints, Kanban is flow-based and aims for a continuous delivery flow. It helps teams manage bottlenecks and improve their work processes by making everything visible. Question 34. As a project manager, you are reviewing a risk that has a high probability of occurrence but a low impact on the project objectives. What would be the most appropriate risk response strategy for this type of risk? A. Avoid. B. Mitigate. C. Transfer. D. Accept. Answer: B. Mitigate. Mitigation is a risk response strategy focused on reducing the probability or impact of a negative risk, threat, to an acceptable threshold. For a risk with high probability but low impact, mitigation actions can be cost-effective to implement and prevent frequent, albeit minor, disruptions from accumulating. While it might not be worth avoiding or transferring if the impact is low, taking steps to reduce its frequency is a sensible approach. The goal is to lessen its teeth, so it doesn't nibble away at your project's progress too much. Question 35. What is the main objective of the Team Performance Domain according to PMBOK's 7th edition? A. To manage conflicts between project stakeholders. B. To ensure that project processes are continuously improved. C. To guide and support the project team in creating a collaborative and productive environment. D. To meticulously track all project expenses against the budget. Answer: C. To guide and support the project team in creating a collaborative and productive environment. The team performance domain focuses on activities and functions associated with guiding and supporting the project team. Its primary objective is to foster a collaborative and high-performing environment where team members are motivated, empowered, and work effectively together to achieve project objectives. This includes team development, conflict resolution, and promoting accountability. A strong, cohesive team is often the backbone of a successful project, and investing in team dynamics yields significant returns.